All right, day 5. Yesterday, I tried finding cue points for this song, and what I noticed is that the beats, the cue points, weren't matching with the actual beats. I think they should match. So let's try listening to it again. And when I'm learning new software, there's lots of, this one has a lot of help when you hover, so that's a good thing to know. When I hover on any of these buttons, I get these help, and I noticed that there's a button for intro start. There's this blue marker right here. I can always jump to the blue marker there. Outro end, that's the end of the song. And I can always jump to that. These are not set yet, probably. Let's try that. Okay, yeah. That's not the intro. So shift, left click. How do I okay, left click if marker is set. Jumps to the marker if marker's not set. Quantize is enabled, snaps to nearest. Right click. Okay, right click to clear. Is that the same for these things? Right click to clear? No, you have to shift right click. Opens a menu to clear hotspot cues. Okay, that has not been happening for me. Option click. Yeah, shift right click is deleting it, removing it, but anyways, weird. Okay, so in this cue point is this one. It's a temporary cue point, I guess. How do I remove it? Shift click. Shortcut F. Right click seeks the track while previewing is latching to this. Stopped. Okay, I don't know. Maybe that's just temporary cue points I can use at any point while performing, I suppose. Anyways, the problem that I've been having is when I go and play this song, I feel like the beats are in the middle here, not the lines that are made here. The lines, the line is what makes the software analyzed for me, and the lines don't match up with the beat that I think it is. It doesn't match up with the start of the music. It doesn't match up with the downbeats. So let's try listening to it again. I think it should go here. So yesterday I tried clicking this. I think I misclicked it or something. But let's try it again. Click. Adjust beat grid so the closest beat is aligned to the current play position. Okay, now it moved. Okay, let's play it. Okay, yes. All right, so that is the beginning of the intro. And I was putting the number 1 cue point there. And I'll keep doing that for now. So let's remove this cue point and then put it here. Okay. Now now I can always go to the beginning of the song. 2 was here. Okay, and I wanted the second section of the song to be 2, so that is here. Let's play it. Is there a way for me to like go to? What happened? Some shortcut. Okay, I pressed something and it went to the song. I think it should be here, right? With this where it changes. That is, let's remove this first. Shift, right click, then click again. Okay, so now I can always jump here. Right there when it said ready. Okay, that I think was 32 beats. Ready? Ready? Okay, and then it started over again. So, and that looks like about half. So, I think that is a loop. That's a 32 beat loop. And then maybe there's another 32. So let's try playing it. Okay, so yeah, so that's where 2 loops happened. That was 32, 32, and then I guess this is the build-up. This is where the build-up starts. All right, so intro happened. That was, I guess, kind of like, okay, another section. 2 loops of another section, and then before the drop, there's this build-up. So I want the intro to be accessible, this part to be accessible, maybe this part where it builds up. Put a cue point there. Left click while playing, stop the track. Set the cue point. Okay. Alright, when it stopped, I set the cue point. Okay, temporarily, let's put it there. And then 3 was the drop yesterday. But let's just do it. then one more beat. Interesting. I'm going to count again from here. The outro. Okay, so 16, 16, 32. There was another 32, and then beginning of the outro. That should be the end of the outro. So I'm gonna move that there. Right. So that is the outro, and outro sounds very similar to the intro. This part. Okay, the intro is just that. 2 sounds a bit similar to the outro. Slightly different sound. Okay. Okay. All right, so I got it. So I found out how to adjust the beat. You just move it and then click this here. Adjust beat grid. Okay, and then I found the beginning of the song. So that's the intro. That is the drop there. So 3 for me is going to be the drop, and then 4 is when the outro starts. And because I have 4 buttons for the cue points on my controller, I'm gonna try this as a system for myself. I might come back and change it later, but let's try this for now. All right, so next song. I'm gonna try this next song. Let's put it in track 2. Nope, that went in here. Okay, let's mark it first, and then maybe I'll try transitioning from the first one to the next one. Let's see if it goes well together. At least it has the same BPM, so I don't have to change that. Okay. So this is where the actual intro is. That's the intro. So, okay. That's where the intro ends. Is that a drop? Suppose that's the drop. Okay, so that is the drop. But where do you count the drop? Is it right here or right there? Let's put the marker there for now. But I gotta cue it up here, and then have this part build up. Oh, this is hard. All right. It's a little bit off, so let's fix that. Then let's figure out where the outro is first. All right, so that would be a bad place. There's no loops, so it's more like fading effects from right here. Okay, so that is, I think I'm gonna call this the end of the outro. And where's the beginning of the outro? This whole part sounds like a loop. So from 3. Very similar. Let's say this last part is where I want to outro. So 32 beats. So that is 32 beats. So there's a lot more here, but for the sake of transitioning out, I'm gonna call that the outro and then try to transition out from there. All right. So a couple of things. I found the drop, but if I were to, let's say, mix in from the drop for some reason, I would need the build up. So that's something I need to think about, figure out. There's got to be a way to do this. So cue it up before the drop, and then if I want the drop to come in while the song is playing, I will have to cue it up a few beats before the drop and then start. Right? Ooh, advanced. But I am not there yet, so I'm gonna maybe try, now that I have a couple of songs with cue points in them. Let me just try it out. Let's see, the first song, then second song, first song, second song here. And then let's go from here. And then in the outro, I'm gonna get the intro going here. Okay, so the plan is when the first song's outro is starting, I'm gonna start the transition. Okay, I'm gonna play this and then start the transition here. Okay, the second one should be 0 volume, and then I'm gonna lower. Okay, this is getting into something I learned from the video before, where you're transitioning the drum beats first. So lower the drums as I increase the volume, and then once the volume is in, decrease the volume, and I'll be fully on the second track, and then that's when I can stop and reset this in. All right, so double clicking puts that to 0. Nice. All right, double clicking will quickly set it to the default positions, so good to know. All right, let's try this. From 3, I'm gonna start playing, and when it comes to 4, I'm gonna start playing this. The beats are already matched, so I don't have to worry about that. Right. So I'm gonna start playing this. Oh. Oh, match. Oh. That was horrible. What was that? Weird. Okay. All right. Well, I tried. So didn't really work out the way I was imagining it, but so several problems happened. First of all, when I played it, the beat didn't exactly match, so I was trying to scrub it using this, which was a bad idea while these were playing. So then I tried using these things, but that was like, oh, not a good idea at all. Okay, that didn't. That was okay. That was the wrong tool to use. That actually messed up the beats, right? So let's go back to the cue point. That's not where it is. This is where it is. Okay. So no wonder. All right. Maybe I'll try that one more time. And I realized that's not a really good place to start mixing. Maybe 2 is better. Yeah. All right. So that was the intro. And the intro is pretty long. The outro is... I should know how many beats that is. I wonder if there's a way to know that. Just by the length. So, I'm going to try that one more time. I'm going to start here. Okay, that was a little bit long, so I'm going to start playing here. When it hits 4, I'm going to start playing this one. But when I lowered the lows, it didn't just remove the beats. Maybe... yeah, that's what I want. And then when I'm playing the second one, increasing it so that it replaces the beats of this first track, right? But I think this intro really didn't work, so I'm gonna start here. Okay. All right, let's play from here, and then when 4 comes, I'm gonna start playing this. Ready? better. But because the length of these things were totally different, and I don't have controllers yet, so I couldn't lower this while increasing this, but maybe that's what I should do next. I have controllers right here, so I will connect my controllers. And that's it for today. All right, bye-bye.